jokes where they're like, woof girl.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Abby.
And I'm Amy.
And this is the AA meeting. Episode number 43.
Incorrect.
34.
34. We're back, baby.
I made a funny. Yeah, we're back.
There he is.
Back and better than ever.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not in costume this week.
No.
I already have lip gloss all over my glass.
So do I.
Yeah, it's like a good old regular episode, except we're drinking again.
Yeah. Which is kind of like a regular at this,
It is at this point.
you know. So we're on the bevies.
Yep.
So look out for that. I know some of you are probably going to come at us because we've got ice in our...
I'm trying to keep them cold.
I know, but I don't know why. Like people are like, oh, you can't do that. It like ruins the flavor or like it waters it down. But like, I don't know. I feel fancy with like ice in my drink.
Yeah, it makes a little ting ting noise.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm like toast.
Yeah.
Toast, make a speak, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel fancy.
Guys, we've got goon in a wine glass. Like, shut up.
Anyway, I reckon we should just like go straight into it.
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say
I'm gonna do that.
apart from you're 80 years old. Get off my lawn.
I was holding it in because you were still talking. Okay, are you ready?
Roll the intro.
Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Pistol Olympics, let's go.
So, what have you been up to this week, Ames?
Well, we're still in lockdown.
Yeah.
It got extended for another week, but I think
a bit more serious.
Yeah, so they've really cracked down, which like I don't know why they just didn't do this
In the
from
first
the
place.
beginning. But anyway,
But Gladdy Daddy
Gladdy
doesn't believe in the lockdowns. So
No. Well, we're in one now, Gladdy. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they're being a little bit stricter with the rules and what we can and can't do. Now pretty much we can actually do nothing. Before they were like, you can't do anything, but like everyone was doing everything and they were like, yeah, whatever. And whereas now they're like, no, guys, actually stay home, please.
Yeah.
So it's extended for another week, but it's looking like it's probably going to be more than that.
We had 77 cases today.
Yeah.
Today.
Just in our area. Like other people from overseas are probably listening and going, that's not a lot. But
But like we were 0 cases for 6 months.
Yeah.
A day.
Now, 77 today. It was 50 yesterday.
I know, yeah. And 40 something the day before, something like that. So
it's on the rise.
You know, when it rains, it pours.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Ting.
Ting.
Ting. So yeah, we're in lockdown, but you know, we're in hot girl lockdown as we explained to you guys last week.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, unfortunately we don't have many stories about like going out, hitting the town, all those kind of things, but
We haven't talked about it last Sunday.
oh, we haven't, had we?
Oh, guys, we've got an excellent story for
Okay,
you.
we had a Sunday sesh.
On our back deck, but we did one of those cocktail... My neighbours
back
love
deck.
but we did one of those cocktail competitions.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's 3 of us in the house. You guys already know yours now. And so each of us had to come up with and make and present to the group 2 cocktails each. It lasted the whole day and we were feeling it by the end.
Yeah, so it started at like 12.
Mm-hmm.
We had just an espresso teeny, just to like, you know, get the sensations tingling through your veins.
Yeah, that was like group pre's.
Yeah, that was
before the game started, yeah.
Yeah, and we even like all full dressed up.
Yeah.
Like we did like hair, makeup, outfits, everything. And we're lucky it was sunny because it's been raining and like
such a
so
nice day.
shitty and miserable. But yes, we each chose. Did you just say this?
I said that we did 2 each. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I haven't said what they were or anything.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What were yours, Ames? Oh no, actually, who won?
Okay, I'd like to establish the fact that there was 1 point separating first and second. So we
And
voted
third. No, we were all
and
1
third,
point
that's
apart.
right. We voted for each person's cocktails out of 5 for presentation, taste, and originality.
Yes.
And so then everyone had a score, and then you couldn't vote for your own. So everyone had a score out of 30 per cocktail.
Yes. And so then you got a total score out of 60 for both of your cocktails.
Yes. Abby won by 1. and I'm still not over it.
I won!
I came second. And you know why? It's because she pulled out a freaking science experiment for our last one. Who saw that coming? I thought I was killing it.
So I got, what did I get? 55? You got 54 and Yaz got 53.
I think so.
Yeah. But we were all very generous. Like none of us were like, oh, your cocktail's shit. I'm sabotaging and like giving you a 2.
We were, and like I genuinely was impressed with. Like
Me
there
too.
wasn't one.
I gave
bad
everyone either a 4 or a 5.
for everything. Yeah, me too. I think so, didn't I?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I did a frozen mango Aperol spritz slushy thing for my first one. I don't remember what I called that.
You dropped it.
Oh yeah, I dropped it. So we tried to bring them out on like this wooden board and make it like, you know how you see all the cute friendship groups of girls do it on TikTok and they bring it out on a tray and like,
yeah, but they're putting it like on a table, you know.
We were sitting on a picnic rug on the deck, and so I was the first one to come out and try this board method. And when I picked it up off the kitchen bench, it wobbled a bit, and I had my first ones in like champagne flute glasses. Anyway, so I went to put them on the ground and I dropped one. But I made extra, so it was fine. It's just that there's still an orange stain.
It went everywhere. So. We hadn't even had our first like cocktail from the competition. But it was still yum. So you made that, and then what was the other one? And
then I did a sour apple.
Oh, that one was a lot. That was bright green.
Yeah, I used apple sours, but I couldn't get apple sours at the liquor store near us, so I got this, like, it's called Sour Monkey. I'd never had it before. And I hadn't even tried it before I made the cocktail. I just wanted something that was, like, really brightly coloured. Anyway, it was really sour, and I didn't know it was going to be that sour.
I couldn't finish mine. It was so good, though, but I couldn't finish it.
You don't really like sour stuff, you said.
Yeah, like for drinks, no, not really.
It literally tasted like a warhead. I still finished mine. I thought it was really nice, but like it was a lot more sour than I thought. And I decorated them really pretty and whatever. Yaz did.
She made a hot one.
Yeah, I've never had a hot cocktail before.
Neither. I've only ever had like eggnog, and I don't think that's not a cocktail. That's like a drink that they drink in the snow. But like I'd never had a hot cocktail.
No, me neither.
And that was delicious. It was like a Spanish
coffee thing. Yeah, she did. It was like 43 and coffee, but then she had like a flake on top. It was like chocolatey almost.
It tasted like a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she had whipped cream and chocolate and all that stuff in it.
And it was good because it was hot. You know when you drink alcohol and it burns your throat on the way down?
Yeah.
It just felt like you were just drinking a hot drink.
It felt like a hot chocolate.
It went down
I've been
really
thinking about it ever since. Like each night before I go to bed, I'm like, I want one of those drinks. And then she made something else. What was it?
The passion fruit one.
Oh, yeah.
That was really yummy too. And I don't like passion fruit. If you know me personally, that's my least favourite fruit in the whole entire world. But I actually really liked her cocktail. So it wasn't too passion fruity. What did you make, Abby?
I made a, like the ice cream, the twister, or like some people call it a cyclone.
Cyclones,
I made one of those with like vodka and peach liqueur and berries and all that kind of stuff, which was really yummy. And then I made a fairy floss
and this is what stole it from me
thing. This was the showstopper.
And you know what? Before you brought that one out too, when Yaz and I was sitting here waiting for it, she like sneakily added them up and she was like, oh, Amy, you're in the lead. And I was like, yeah, I got this in the bag. And then Abby brought out a science experiment and I was like, frick.
And so I had like 6 glasses and 3 of them were like, just had the normal like drink in it, and then they were like decorated and stuff. And then 3 other glasses were like full and overflowing with fairy floss. And then you got your mixer with the alcohol and stuff and poured it in on the fairy floss, and like obviously it all dissolves. And the fairy floss is like the sweet mixer with all the alcohol. So it tasted so yummy.
Yeah, it literally tasted like liquid fairy floss. And it went like, because it was blue and pink fairy floss, it went to this like cool like purpley galaxy kind of colour.
Yeah.
Oh, I poured it in and I went, damn it, this is cool.
But yeah, so that was really interesting. So if you guys are in hot girl lockdown and you're looking for something to do, you can do it with your family. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, give that a go. Give a cocktail competition sesh a go.
Yeah, and you got to come up with fun names too. I'm not going to say any mine on the internet because they're inappropriate, but like it's better if you walk out and you go, this is, and say
and have a funny name. Yeah. Agreed.
Anyway, anything else for you,
Not really. I've just been like
all we did
in lockdown.
Yeah, I remember waking up last Sunday morning and I was so excited to like actually do something.
Like the whole like week leading up to it, I was like, I'm so excited to like drink cocktails and like sit outside. And
now that we're in another week, we should plan another fun thing.
Yeah, plan something else for us to do.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Anyway, something I saw on the internet this week, it actually originally was a TikTok, but I say all the time, I don't really spend a lot of time on TikTok. I saw this on Facebook. They'd like written an article about it. So someone found Scomo's Spotify account, right?
Of course they did.
Scomo is the Prime Minister of Australia, for those of you who are not from Australia.
The big boss.
His name's Scott Morrison, but everyone calls him Scomo. Well, you're about to find out, he calls himself Scomo too. So like, anyway, and it's hilarious. Like, I don't know what I expected him to listen to. He listens to a lot of like Hillsong and like Jesus music and whatever. And like it came out a while ago that he's super religious.
Oh.
But he's a big Taylor Swift fan, for starters. But then also really loves, one of his top 3 artists is that DJ Tiesto or whatever.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
You know, anyway. But then there's also, let me just read out, I found a list. Okay, these are his top artists. Hillsong United.
No, this is like invading his privacy.
What?
Like, I feel like people who aren't that like hardcore about music and like proud of their like music taste and stuff are like you're either hardcore or like self-conscious about your music taste. Yeah. And I feel like this is invading his life that people have found his Spotify. Anyway, hit us with it. What is it?
So I'm just going to name some of them. We've got Hillsong, we've got Taylor Swift, Madonna. He's a big fan of Madonna.
Yeah, who doesn't love Madonna?
His, what's it called? Playlist names are what really take the cake for me.
Oh, okay.
He's named a lot of them after himself. He's got Scomo's Global 80s. How Good Is Oz Rock is one.
Are these his?
Yeah. He's made,
like he made those playlists, or these are just the ones you listen to?
No, attached to his account. He like made an 80s playlist and called it Scomo's Global 80s. So from all over the world, 80s, but Scomo's favourites.
Right, okay, yeah.
But just the fact that he calls himself Scomo really just tickled my pickle. That just made me so happy.
Oh my God, is there any others?
There were a couple in here, but those were the funniest ones. And then like there's other artists and whatever, but they're like tears for
Does it say like what Taylor Swift song? Because I wonder if he listens to old Taylor or like new Taylor. Like, is that really?
Well, he follows Taylor Swift on Spotify, so he must just
be a Swift stan.
He's a Swiftie.
Yeah. Yeah. What else is there? I'm surprised there's no like One Direction or like his playlist isn't like Scomo on holidays.
It does say here, which is something that I thought of. Maybe his daughters use his account and like Taylor Swift, like. Because, like, it's such a weird...
And she's made a
Scomo's Global 80s.
A playlist called Scomo's Global 80s.
But, like, that would make sense as to why it's so, like, broad. Because...
Yeah, but he's Scomo. You think that he could afford just a family account?
Yeah, true.
You know?
I don't know. But, anyway, I just thought it was really funny that he named his playlist after himself. And it's not Scott Morrison. It's not the Prime Minister. It's Scomo's playlist.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So funny. Anyway.
But I was even thinking the other day, excuse me. So at 11 a.m. every day, our Premier Gladdy, first of all, everyone calls her Gladdy.
Gladdy Daddy.
And they have an announcement at 11 a.m. every day to like see how we are with, you know, all of our like results and whatnot.
Not well, is the answer.
And they are now... You can bet on how Sydney's doing, like how many cases we're going to get or if we're doing good or bad. And you can also bet, this is a big thing that's been happening all over TikTok. Everyone's like guessing what Gladdy's going to wear, like what colours. And so you can bet on what colours. And so today, when she announced we had 77 cases, she was wearing all black. And everyone was like, oh, damn, this is going to be bad. But like the day before she was wearing this like bright green blazer, you know? And so you can bet on that shit now.
That is the most Australian thing I've ever heard. Right? Betting on COVID.
Betting on what Gladdy's going to wear to announce how many cases we've got.
That is so funny. Start betting.
I can't believe she wore all black. Yeah. She was like...
Today's a grave day.
She's like, funeral bitches, let's go.
What's she going to wear tomorrow then? She's going to show up in a Darth Vader suit or something. If it gets worse.
She's just naked. She's like, I just can't work clothes.
I gave up.
We have 1,000 cases. I just can't. She's like, I'm resigning. Here's my 2 weeks resignation letter. Oh, God. So anyway. So speaking of like TikTok and stuff, obviously we've had a lot of time on our hands the past couple days.
Yes.
So I've been like just deep diving on anything and everything. Why are you looking at me like that? You're like...
Sorry, I'm trying to look at you and drink from this ginormous glass.
Kind of scary.
Sorry, go on.
It's okay. Yeah, I've just been like deep diving. You know when you're like on Instagram and you start stalking someone and then like it just goes into you're then like stalking their ex, housemates, cousins, dogs, fan page. I was like, you know, like you're in all that stuff. Anyway, I've been doing that by accident on like TikTok and then like on Instagram and Facebook, and I've just been like going ham, and then I look at the time, it's been like 3 hours. I'm like, oh, not good. Anyway, I have realized, and you've probably realized this as well, but like a bit more subconsciously, like probably don't know you've realized it. Probably every girl knows this to some extent or has like realized it. Why do all boys point in a photo?
No, that's a good point.
Okay. Point.
But
So, okay, obviously when they're by themselves, they're not pointing.
No.
But like if they're in a photo with one person, it's like two people upwards.
Yeah, they all point to each other.
They point to each other with the index finger. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like they have a fist and their index finger is out and it's pointing to the person next to them. Okay, maybe it's okay if the person next to them's like really famous and they're like, oh, look at this. Like, look at this is Billie Eilish or something. I know, but like you wouldn't do that with Billie Eilish. I'd be like, hands over my mouth, like crying. But why do they do that?
I don't know. I've definitely noticed it and been like, that's weird, but I've never thought about why. That's weird. That's suspicious. Why? Yeah, because it's kind of like being like, this guy, but like you're all this guy.
Is that what it is? They're all like, hey, this guy, big boy, big fella. Is that how boys talk?
Yeah, sounds right.
It's how they talk in my head. But yeah, is it meant to be like, oh, this one, and their chin's up,
and
so they're elongating their neck, and they're like, and like then the dude that's being pointed at has got his hands like clasped together, like in front of his like I don't know pelvis area, and then he's got his feet apart, and then he's like heads up.
Staunch.
He's like, I am the big fella.
Yeah, why? And then like, how do you? So is there like an initiation process for like who becomes the pointer and who becomes the stauncher?
How do you decide who's being pointed at? Who's the big fella for that? Oh, but then I've seen some photos where there's two boys next to each other and they're both pointing to each other. so clearly no communication has happened.
Have you ever seen two staunches? Yeah, the
that's the lads. The lads, and then two staunches, and then one's crouched down on the floor looking up.
Yeah. See, boys give girls shit for like. But I feel like we take normal photos with our friends, you know?
Yeah, well, we all do like the nice photo and then like the candid, where boys just get in, they just go...
They point and staunch.
But it looks like they're clenching...
They're going to shoot themselves.
Yeah. They're like, hang on. And they take one photo and they're like, yeah, it should be good.
That's a good one. Yeah.
They're not like, let's smile this one, boys. Let's do a silly face this one. Like, why not?
If you're out there, boys, I know some boys listen to the AA meeting. Can you please tell us why you point to each other, why you staunch, and who decides who's pointing and who's staunching?
Yeah.
Oh, Abby, you also wanted to talk about today.
Oh, yeah.
The order that you get changed after you're having a shower.
Yeah.
Okay, can you elaborate a little bit? Because do you mean like, are we talking morning showers getting changed for the day? Or is this to get changed into your pajamas? Or like...
No, this is just anything. So you've had your shower... You go into your room, you do your, like, I don't know, after shower care, skincare, whatever you need to do. What order are you putting on your articles of clothing?
Okay, let's say it's this outfit I'm wearing right now, just for the sake of, I go bottoms first.
All bottoms?
I think I do because of the way my room's set up. It's really hard to get to things, and so it's just easier to do all bottoms first, all tops next, and then I do socks.
Really?
Yeah. What do you do?
I do socks first.
What?
I know, that's really controversial.
That's bizarre.
But I put socks on first. If I'm going to wear socks that day.
Don't you feel weird being naked with only socks on? Is that not a strange sensation? I've never done it, but I just feel like it.
Well, you're going to hate this. And after socks, I do top. And then I do bottoms.
Wow.
Like, I'll wear socks and I'll be, like, choosing my top that I'm going to wear. And then I decide what pants I'll wear with that.
So you go
after.
all top things, then all bottom things?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's really strange, Abby.
I know, but I didn't know that there was, like, that people did it differently. I mean, obviously you're not taught how to, like, what order to put your clothes on in.
But when you were younger, did your parents used to put your socks on for you first?
My mum just has this weird thing about socks. She's like, you have to wear socks.
Right.
Because I think she thinks that, like, if my feet are cold, then my whole body's cold. So, like, she will always make me wear socks. So I think I'm like, socks on.
So are you a sock, shoe kind of person then, to continue with that? Or a sock, shoe?
Shoe. Yeah, sock, shoe. I'm not a sock, shoe.
No, I'm a sock, shoe unless like if I'm getting changed outside, or so, which, you know, I don't know, if you're like camping or whatever and you can't put your foot down, then I do sock, shoe. But sock, shoe, I think is the one. But I was just wondering, considering, so you go socks, top, bottoms, shoe. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Well, you can't put your bottoms on if you've got shoes on. That would be weird going sock, shoe. Then picking out your outfit.
Yes, but having your socks on already is weird anyway.
No, it's not. Socks keep your feet warm.
Yeah, but like...
You need to talk to my mum.
But you're going to be more cold if you're not wearing a shirt. Like,
no, but I agree with my mum. Like, socks, that's why, like, when you're cold, you're supposed to wear a beanie and stuff like that because it keeps the heat in. So I think socks, like, trap the heat so the heat can't escape.
Okay.
Anyway.
Bizarre. So after our bonus little Q&A episode we did the other week.
Yeah, and if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do.
Yes, absolutely. We have had a couple of messages from people asking for advice for different things, which just really warms my heart, guys. If you want advice on anything, please message us, because Abby tells me that people have messaged about advice and I get so excited.
Yeah, but like also, who are we to give advice?
Oh, absolutely no one.
We're the last people that you should listen to, but like sometimes it's nice to have story told. Yeah. Like listen to your story and then you can be like, oh, and then you understand it a different way.
Yeah, true. Anyway, so apparently we're giving someone else advice today and I'm really excited about it.
Okay.
She didn't say if she wants to be anonymous or not, so I might just not say her name.
Okay.
But it says, a few months ago, me and a group of my friends started hanging out a lot. I had a boyfriend at the time who was not a part of the group, and I felt like me and my boyfriend didn't really connect well. One of the boys in the group I had liked previous to my relationship, but when we started hanging out, I didn't realize that we both would catch feelings for each other. I broke up with my boyfriend after realizing I still had feelings for this boy, but didn't want to jump into anything too serious right away, which worked out because I shortly got grounded after that anyways. I'm so sorry to hear that. Me and this boy kept in contact a lot and would see each other at school almost every night. A friend of mine who had moved away came down to surprise everyone. We ran into her in town one day when I was with this guy. We ended up all having dinner together. The friend knew that there was something going on with me and the boy. However, after meeting him once, she posted photos of him on her stories and TikToks about how much she was in love with this boy and missed him so much. Keep in mind they'd only met that one time and never really had anything much to do with each other. What? Fast forward to now, it's been about 3 months since that and I'm still talking to this boy. However, I'm a bit discouraged because I thought he might have asked me out by now. He says that he isn't in the right headspace for a relationship And he recently got grounded right after I got ungrounded, which is really annoying. However, I completely understand. But I think that he might be interested in other girls, including my friend, because he commented on her Instagram post a while back and they talk a lot over social media. They both told me that nothing was going on and he said that I'm the only girl. However, I know that he has also been talking to his ex-girlfriend again and she still likes him. So I'm starting to have mixed emotions on whether or not to keep waiting for him to be ready for a relationship or whether to try to move on and just be friends with the boy because I know he's cheated and done stuff similar to this in the past. Could I please have some advice?
How old is she?
15.
Okay. That's a lot. I got confused for a second.
Yeah, let's unpack some things. So she was in a relationship, but then she ended the relationship because she realised that she still had feelings for someone who she'd recently had a thing with. They've been hanging out, from the sounds of things, kind of a lot, just the two of them. So I guess it's kind of a thing. Her friend came to visit from out of town and they all hung out and she like posted stories and stuff.
So the girl that's messaged us had already been hanging out with this boy.
I believe so,
before that situation. Okay.
Yeah, and then introduced her to her friend who's come to visit.
Yeah, and her friend has posted all these stories and TikToks saying that she's in love with him.
Yeah, and then...
Does her friend know that she's been seeing this dude?
You wouldn't think... I mean, I don't know. But then...
He's not ready?
He said he's not ready for a relationship and she's worried that it's actually never going to happen because she thinks he might still be talking to maybe her friend, maybe his ex, maybe a million other girls.
Okay, so she's 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole, like, the world is at your feet and you have the rest of your life. Like, she's got a long way to go
at 15...
as well. And at 15, this is what life is. This is the end of the world. This is do or die. I completely understand. You're probably not going to find the person you're going to marry when you're 15. Like, you've got to go through a lot of different, like, experiences and like, you'll probably have connections with, like, other people and stuff. And I know this, like, feels like it's this really big point in your life and you are really... I don't know, for lack of a better word, in love with this person. But I think you just have to realise that there's a lot out there and that if he's not ready to give that to her fully and if he's saying he's not ready and saying that and it's still talking to other people and blah, 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 like, I think that she deserves better than that.
Yeah. But I think no matter how old you are, like, it shouldn't be that difficult. Like, it shouldn't be this hard, They shouldn't be... If it's supposed to work out and if, like, things are really healthy, then it shouldn't be this difficult. If anything,
it should be easier when you're younger.
Yeah.
Because there's less things that come into play.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm assuming that he's the same age as her. So, like, a 15-year-old boy doesn't really want... Like, if they're just, like, finding out about girls, like, they're not looking for a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, so... And which I know is a tough pill to swallow, but, like... Boys don't grow brains.
Well, their brain doesn't get fully developed until they're like 25 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like, it's not... It just sounds like he really doesn't know what he wants. And if you are really certain that you want to be with him, then that's not fair on you if you're...
She shouldn't have to wait around.
No. So, advice... I think maybe you should, I know it's tough, but maybe have a conversation with him and just say, look, if you're not ready, that's fine. But if it's because there are other people involved, then I can't.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because whenever we're like, okay, so advice, have a chat. Communication.
That's
just
it.
Have a fat gob. I mean,
no, but what? But that's literally the answer to
I know, it's
everyone's issues.
Yeah.
You just need to talk it out. Like, and it might not end with a happily ever after, this conversation, but like,
and also,
at least you know.
Actually, this is something like when you plan to have a conversation with someone, don't come up with a script in your head and only think the conversation's going to go one way.
Yeah, it'll go the opposite direction because you thought of a script.
Because you've thought of this script and you're like, he's going to say this, so then to that I'm going to say that, and then to this I'm going to say this. And then when you actually get in the conversation and he says something else, you're like, babes, why are you not sticking to the script? Then that'll throw you off. So I think it goes for everyone. Whenever you go to have like a conversation, don't like preempt the outcome of it.
You just got to go with what you feel in the moment. Excuse me. I just Gooné burped. But anyway. I think you need to have a chat with him and be like, yeah, you're 15 and you have your whole life ahead of you. But like, we don't waste time on boys that we don't need to waste time on.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And if a boy isn't putting in all the effort to you, then like you deserve better. He doesn't deserve you.
Exactly. If he doesn't treat you like a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, yeah.
Prince thing, then we don't want him.
Think of a date. And this is vice versa if it's reversed genders.
Yeah.
If you're a boy and you're talking to this girl and you really like this girl, but she's not putting it all in with you and she's seeing all these other people and blah, 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 like then you're like, you deserve better than her.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. We only make time for people who make time for us. Thank you and good night. I hope that was helpful. I really do. I don't know if it was.
I think the verdict is have a chat.
Yeah. But honestly, I know it sounds dumb, but that's the answer to everyone's
problems.
I know,
and it's so shit. And then there's all these stigmas about like girls always being like, so what are we? And stuff like that.
But if you don't know.
You never know unless you have the chat. You never know unless you try. Like you may as well have the chat and then him be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And then have a chat and then.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to play a game. This is kind of like Lockdown Bingo Gooné edition, but not really bingo.
Yeah.
And that's the title.
Okay.
It's a working title. But anyway, so basically I have a list of typical lockdown activities, things that a lot of people do during lockdown. If we've done one of those things, we have to take a sip from our lovely Gooné.
Or do we want to tally up the points, or do we just want to drink
It's a long list, so maybe.
Okay, so that'll be a lot of sips or a lot of points.
Yeah, I feel like we'll lose track of points.
Okay, so sips it is.
Maybe sips. We are drinking Gooné today. If you're new here, you don't know what this is, you need to go and do some research. But for the rest of you, you've heard it once, but we'll tell you again.
Yes.
Gooné is
the slutty little sister of a cruiser.
Thank you for taking over. I just actually buffered.
Yeah, so we all know what a bloody cruiser is.
Yeah.
Great. Gooné, even greater. So Gooné is beautiful cask wine with just a shit ton of like flavouring, so it doesn't even taste like wine. It just tastes like yummy cordial.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to have 9.5% alcohol.
Exactly.
Which
so
is
it's
insane.
strong.
Yeah.
And I know what you're thinking. No cask wine tastes good. That's what we thought before we tried Gooné, actually. But guys, it goes down a treat. Yeah. I don't know how it tastes this good and is this strong.
It should be like illegal. I reckon it should be illegal.
There's something going on.
So it's 4 litres, and if you want to get your own Gooné, head to www.gooné.wine and they've got it there. And if you guys want to check out online, you can use our discount code, which is
AA. That's it. Just AA.
Just 2 capital A's.
It's really easy to remember. You'll get 30% off.
Yes.
And it's already so cheap.
Yeah.
30% off. That's a steal, guys.
They're like paying you to drink it.
Pretty
so
much.
You may as well.
Pretty much.
Also, Gooné is stocked at like some of your local bottlers. So if you want to check it out there, be sure to do that. You can always send Gooné an Instagram DM to see where your most local stockist is.
Or there's also a list on their website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But check it out, guys.
Please and thank you. Okay, let's play a game.
Woo!
Okay, so
we're going to tweak the rules a little
bit. If you've done it, you put up a finger. When we get to 5 fingers, you call bingo, and then you have to take a big swig of your drink. Then you start again.
Yeah. And you guys can play this at home with us.
Absolutely, with your Gooné.
Yeah. Oh.
www.gooné.one.
Okay. Play this at your next prees. This would actually be a really fun like
prees game.
True.
Okay. So here we go.
Okay. I was about to drink, but I was like, I'm going to save it.
Made bread. No. Felt all the days blur into one. I'm putting a finger for that.
Yeah. Fingers up.
Noticed your neighbour leaving the house for the 3rd time that day and considered calling the police. I'm putting a finger up for that.
I'm not.
One of our neighbours has recently got a drum kit, and like as if lockdown wasn't hard enough. What the
around. Our neighbour's also trying to pull down a tree. Like, what's going on in this neighbourhood?
Downloaded House Party.
Yeah.
Deleted House Party because of security concerns.
Yeah.
Re-downloaded House Party.
Yeah.
Bingo!
Go, Amy. Gulp away. Very nice.
Done a puzzle. No,
we haven't.
we should.
They're all sold out.
Felt so strangely stir crazy you've stuck your head out of your window like an eager dog on a car journey. Not my window, but I do sometimes stand at that back door and stick my head out the back door just for fresh air. No, not you? Okay.
I stick my head out the window, but like not like a dog.
Seriously considered starting a podcast.
I reckon bingo for me. I reckon we both have to swig for that.
Well, I already swigged. I'm on my next hand.
Okay. Well, you all know that this podcast is...
Yeah, it was birthed in COVID.
Yeah, it was born because of the Rona. So,
love that.
I feel personally attacked.
Downloaded TikTok and immediately felt unbearably old. I don't feel old. We're not that much older.
I feel really happening and in with the Gen Z. Are we Gen Z?
I don't think so. I think we're the next one.
We're not millennials.
Wait, what's the younger one? Millennials.
Gen Z.
Gen Z are the youngest.
I think we're that weird gap between. Because Gen Zs are like teenagers now.
Yeah.
But then millennials are like 25 and up.
Right, so we're just floating along.
Yeah.
Okay, done a deep clean. I did that yesterday.
Yeah, I have.
Done a DIY project. Probably.
Yeah, we tie-dyed.
Tie-dyed, and I made my whole bed frame last
year. True.
Made an extravagant meal because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Oh, go Amy.
Drank booze at a time that would usually be unacceptable. That's both of us right now.
Put a finger up for that.
Started gardening. No, we don't really have a garden.
We really need to get the lawns done.
Bought a load of snacks to tide you through lockdown and eaten them all in the first day.
Yes. Bingo.
Oh, off you go. Watched Contagion. I did that. I told you about it. I don't think you watched it. No. Giving yourself a fringe. Oh, it was pre-lockdown, wasn't it? You just missed it. Oh, okay.
So I got bangs before they were cool, everyone.
Dyed your hair is one. Does that count for you?
Yeah, I have blue hair. Well, technically you as well.
But I got it. Okay, sure. Thought you had coronavirus.
Oh, should I just put up all my fingers? Many times I thought I did.
Neither of us have had it, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Felt an urge to message your terrible ex.
No,
I was just checking.
You're like...
Painted. We did do that.
We did do that for my birthday.
Made bagels. I did that last year. Tried to draw something, realised it was hard, felt deep shame at your creation. I did that yesterday.
Well, that was me with the painting.
Yeah, that's true. That counts. Thought I should use this time to learn a new language. It did cross my mind, but it never happened.
I thought of that as well. Bingo for me.
Bingo.
I wanted to learn Spanish.
I didn't even get as far as picking a language, but I was like, you know what would be good in this time? Anyway. Thought I should use this time to read all those books.
I thought that as well.
Felt a sudden moment of despair and dread.
Isn't that just normal? Just with everyday life, not with a pandemic.
Judged people for not knowing what a 2 meter distance actually looks like. I'm pointing everything
out. Oh, me too. I felt like sometimes I just wanted to carry my tape measure around with me.
Yeah, poke people with it.
Yeah, and be like, bitch.
Judge people for panic buying.
Yes.
Idiots. Ordered so many things online, so you at least have the excitement of post.
Yes. Do you remember when we were going through it? That's bingo for me. Remember when we were going through a stage at the old place where we would have a package delivered every single day for like 3 weeks straight?
Yeah. I don't think we've ever told them about the time one of our packages was stolen. And so then it became this thing that like every day everyone was on guard for the postie to come.
And we lived right near the like post exchange thing.
Yeah.
And so they would come to our house first. And so at 7 a.m. every day there'd be a bang on the front door.
Yeah.
And we would all jump out of bed, like run into each other in the hallway, like run down to the front door and just bring whatever package it was and like dump it on the floor and then just all go back to bed.
Back to bed and see each other in a few hours.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Made whipped coffee. Did you ever do that? Did you ever try it?
No, I wasn't a part of that trend. Did you?
No, I wanted to try it, but I never did because it looked like hard work.
It's just like, it literally is just like milk. I don't
know. Felt panicked seeing fictional characters in close contact on TV. Yeah, we've talked about this.
Remember we used to watch movies and we're like, oh my God, they're hugging.
Yeah. Done yoga with Adrian. We used to do that all the time.
Done Chloe Ting. Is that on there?
That's not on there, but let's both put it together. Wanting to quit your essential job so that you'll have time off.
Oh my God, me.
I actually did it, so I'm not going to put up a finger.
Okay. Do I not say that like every day? Yeah. Like I like, as grateful as I am to have a job in these tough times, I just really wish I didn't work at the place I work at so that I could have a holiday for a whole year. That would be nice.
I want to clarify that I didn't actually quit my job in COVID because that would be rude to the people who have jobs. I did it in between the two when it looked like it was never going to get bad again, and now I'm kicking myself. So whatever, what can you do? Okay, last one, which I think applies to both of us. Discussed your lengthy plans to get absolutely smashed once the lockdown's over.
Oh!
Bingo!
Is that not the basis of this podcast?
Anyway, that was fun.
It was very fun.
I hope you're playing along at home. Let us know how many bingos you had or how many fingers you had up or whatever you did. Sticky dates, minus the pudding.
Sticky dates, minus the pudding.
It was almost cursive. Minus.
Minus. No, that sounds like
excuse me,
Brittany, my loneliness. Okay, so this is from Darcy.
Hi, Darcy.
She didn't say I can name and shame or not, so I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
She goes, hey guys, been listening to all of your podcasts ever since lockdown. You guys are getting me through this. I have a story for Sticky Dates minus pudding. First of all, that's a great idea, is to binge the AA during lockdown.
I did actually post about that on our story yesterday and told everyone that that's what you should be doing if you live in Sydney.
Agreed.
No excuses.
So I met this guy and we hung out a few times and we got along really well. Everything was going good until he said, oh, wow, my mum would love you. And I asked him why. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce her name. So I'm not going to... She goes, hi, love you guys' podcast. It brings me joy all the time.
Oh, that's
Hope
really
you are doing okay in this time. Love heart. We're doing okay.
Abby, you sound like you're taking the piss. First you go, I'm not going to say your name. Anyway, so she said this.
Oh, she wants it to be anonymous.
Oh, okay.
I'll cut out her name. She has sticky date / love situation. Ooh. So she goes, me and my friends are weekly regulars at a bar very close to uni where all the kids go, in brackets, when only COVID permits it.
Why are you doing it in a voice?
I don't know. I just feel like it's right.
The Gooné has hit her, guys. Like up.
And one of the bartenders said to a friend of a friend that I'm cute.
Oh. Mm-hmm. No, okay, there's something about bartenders, like, hear me out. Like,
that they tend bars.
No, there's something about, because they're not one of the drunk plebs on the dance floor, they just seem more desirable. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I'm in a relationship, so
no, that's true. No, that's true. Yeah, because you're on the dance floor, and like it's because you can't have them.
Yeah,
because they're like locked away in their little chamber of the bar, you know. And you're dancing, and you're like, he's looking at me, and he loves me, and he's pouring me drinks. It's almost like he's buying them for me.
Yeah. There's something about bartenders at a club, or they used to be when I was single. But anyway,
no, and it's also because they're like
pouring a drink, like they're doing something for you. You know what I mean?
And but they're also like they couldn't give a shit.
Yeah,
you know, they're like
maybe that's it because
and
they don't
like,
care.
Ooh, damn. I miss Sloppo.
We have to. Okay, I'm gonna say this so that we have to talk about it in the next episode, and I'll get you guys excited. We need to tell the story about the time at Betty with the bartender and the writing something down situation. Maybe we'll talk about that next week.
and then we did the same thing to this guy. I showed it to you. But that's what I did to the bartender at Sloppo.
Yeah, well, that worked. That's because we did that. You did that the right way. We just really.
It wasn't even like you do it, then I do it.
Oh,
no, it said.
And how was his words?
And we were like this.
Okay, let's tell that story.
No, we have to tell that when we're drunk. I can't tell that sober.
Okay, next time we're drinking on an episode, we'll tell that story. Remind us.
Okay, anyway. So, okay, back to this. The bartender thinks that she's cute, right? And his mates told her that she should message him. Okay, so he found her on Instagram and she messaged him first. And within a few messages, he ghosted her. And she wrote, sucks. Ghosting does suck. Have a conversation. Have a fat chat. Have a fat chat. Fat chat. He now avoids me all the time I go. And got to a point that if I go up to the bar to get a drink, he just leaves.
What?
To avoid serving her. And he waits until she leaves the table to bring food over. And it's very awkward, but we don't let it ruin our time.
No, we don't.
No, we don't let a boy ruin our night.
No, absolutely not. Why is he being so unprofessional?
A different bartender,
Okay,
however, is very nice to me and everyone in general. And when I recently sent him a friend request on Facebook, he accepted. And I was going to leave it there, but my friends are pressuring me to message him or get us together, even though I have a crush on the other guy. Even though I have a crush on this guy, I don't want to be known as the uni bar slut or handle another rejection and have two bartenders avoid me from the same bar. They say yes, I say no. Any advice? And then she said, but again, wish you guys the best and thanks for all the thesauruses and giggles. You bring me... and she auto-corrected as to laughs.
I was confused. For a second. Okay. I think she's worried that she's going to be the unibar S word. But if it's only one didn't work out and this one...
First of all, this little insecure fucker bartender...
Oh, yeah. Stuff him. No, well, what I was going to say is that I think it's good if she goes for this other bartender and he hears about it because then, like, that's kind of it's kind of like the whole sleep with his friend thing, you know what I mean? Which I don't support, but in this situation I do.
Yeah.
I think you
be
should
better
go
if he
for
was
it.
his boss.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been good.
Maybe aim higher, girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, but in all honesty, I think you should go for it, especially if he's like, and just message him.
He's so
casually.
immature.
Yeah, that's really unprofessional to like not even bring food to your table until you leave. Like, what? It's not like you were
And then when she goes
married
up to the
and
bar,
divorced.
he just leaves.
Yeah.
So he just leaves the whole bar unattended.
Yeah, there must be more than one person behind.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, it's just like that's really immature and really silly, and obviously you dodged a bullet.
Yes.
But
Go for the other one.
yeah,
for sure.
I reckon you're not going to be seen in that way if it's just if like one didn't work out and then this one maybe does. Like maybe if you'd churned through half the bartenders at this place, different story. But like, I think you don't need to worry, and I think you should do it.
No chats involved. Just do it. Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
And that other guy's an idiot. So
Yeah. You deserve better than him.
we don't make time for people who don't make time for us.
Exactly. Next one. Fuck, this one's crazy.
Does she want to be anonymous?
She has to be. Otherwise she'll get like sued.
Okay. I'm so excited. Maybe just mute her name because, blur out her name in the
I haven't said it. Okay, so Sticky dates. And she's new to the podcast and she's excited to share.
We're excited to have you.
So she goes, so I was kind of dating / FWB, friends with benefits, / sugar baby with an AFL player. No! It's not even the end of the
Does
first
she name
sentence.
him?
I can't say his name because I will probably get sued.
Okay, fair. Can she just tell us?
No, I already tried. Look at all these messages of me trying to get it out.
Do you know what team?
Wildcats.
Did she tell you what team?
Yeah, but I'll tell you later. Okay. She said it's not from this team, which means it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can you just whisper? Okay. Oh my god.
And she goes, but we would, in brackets, he pay me, go to functions and events together and out to dinner, but no intimacy. So first of all, she gets to go to the bloody Best and Fairest, the Brownlows. She's getting paid to do that.
Surely she can get paid to go to the Brownlows.
I would pay someone to take me to the Brownlows.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. Okay, keep telling the story. Because...
It gets worse. Okay.
I was going to say...
She goes, I was his handbag. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But still, he's an AFL player. But we both developed feelings for each other. And however, he didn't want to date. So friends with benefits it was. We would always start kissing, be butt naked. But when it came down to actually... he could never do it.
Okay, that was very graphic. It's all right.
He always had an excuse or an issue. Mm-hmm. One day I sat him down and said, are we having sex or not?
See, it's all about conversations,
yeah, a chat.
guys.
She's having a chat. You know,
she's got to have the conversation.
We having sex or not? He said yes, but he had to go get something. I lay on the bed, stomach down. He comes back and puts a fucking like human muzzle on me. So I react and we sit down and he shows me all of his toys, whips, collars, chains, handcuffs, straight jackets, like heaps of BDSM stuff. I've never legged it so fast before in my life. And then she sent a photo of what was on her face. Oh my God.
I'm so glad we're drinking for this episode.
I didn't know what to say. I just said, oh girl, no fucking way. I said, not the kind of wag you want to be, hey?
Absolutely not.
So what do you think, Amy?
I am in shock.
Not the kind of wag you want to be, right?
No, but like, I mean... She
okay.
got paid to go to the Brownlows.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
okay, sorry to interrupt.
That's right.
She shouldn't have had the chat.
No, this is
the one point where the chat has come back to stab her in the back.
Yeah.
Like, so she was getting paid to, like, what she said be his handbag, like, go to, like, all these events and, like, hang out with him and all this stuff and, like, no intimacy, which, like, sucks, but... That's the one instance she shouldn't have had the chat.
Yeah, look, I am all for women being strong and independent, and I hate that whole being a handbag thing, but like she was getting paid to go to the Brownlows, and that is just a lifetime dream.
Well, we don't know if she actually went there, but like
for the people in this,
that's
pretend.
What I assumed. If I was her, I'd
maybe
be
it's
at the
like
Brownlows.
team dinners and stuff.
Yeah,
but still,
or just like galas and functions and award nights and.
Still. Anyway.
Well, there's not really much we can say.
I have no words. I think...
I'm still speechless and I read that a week ago. It's unfortunate.
I'm so sorry that you...
Yeah, I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Yeah.
I just want to throw this one in from Lily because we had one a bit ago about a girl who was seeing two different... What was their names?
Luke's or something?
Luke's or Liam's or something like that. Yeah. So this chick, she said that she's dated 3 Ethans in a row.
How do people do that?
And I said, you definitely have a type, babe.
Yeah. As in she heard that and went, oh.
She heard what we were talking about the other chick who was like, oh, you have a type, you've dated 2 Lukes or Liams or whatever it was. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, I watched your podcast and I just wanted to let you know that I've dated 3 Ethans in a row.
Yeah, you have a type. And I think you should stay away from Ethans from now on if you're no longer with Ethans. So, you know.
I can't believe that.
How do you even do that?
How do you find that many people with the same name?
Right? She must live in a big city.
Big city, a lot of Ethans.
She's on Tinder, like narrowing it down to only.
Oh yeah, you know how you can like put age modifications and stuff. You put name modifications and just Ethans, or like just boys with E.
Yeah, they should do that on Tinder.
Fuck, they should. That's like when you're like looking for accommodation. You know how you like change the price and the amount of rooms and the bathrooms.
Yeah,
do that on dating apps.
Yeah, you can change the name
and change the name, the age, the location, the job.
Yeah, you can find your perfect man.
Yeah,
crazy.
Wow. Okay, that's it.
Those were some good sticky dates, guys. Well done.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
So if you guys have sticky dates and you want to be featured on the podcast, be sure to send them in, DM them to us on Instagram, the_AA_meeting, for your chance to be featured on the podcast.
Yeah.
And have us laugh at you.
Make sure you let us know if you want to be anonymous or not, because sometimes we just throw your name in if you don't say anything. So
yeah, if you want to be anonymous, say it, because if you don't say it, then I'll say your name.
Shit we don't understand.
Yeah. What are you guessing?
Today I'm guessing, how do brain freezes work?
Okay.
What happens to your body when you get a brain freeze? Yeah. And here's the thing. When I said this to Abby, she was like, do you not know this? Abby knows all these weird things, but then doesn't know basic things that I learned at school. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like our education is so different. But like...
No, I agree, because my education, I feel like, because I went to a pretty good school, and they just assumed that we already knew everything. Right. So they were like, we're going to teach you all these crazy things.
Right.
Like, we were learning.
Why?
I don't know. Like, who do they have to prove that to? Like, it's ridiculous.
And like, you will learn that if that's what you're going to do.
Exactly.
In your second
and so
year.
like, everyone was forced to do that, but everyone wasn't forced to like do the arts. No, I know a lot of these things that you probably shouldn't know.
So you know what a brain freeze, like how.
Yeah, I'm just Googling it to make sure that I have the correct answer. But like,
Could you please top me up?
Sure. Okay. How do you think a brain freeze works? Okay. Or like, what happens when you have a brain freeze?
My first guess, because it only happens when you have cold things. Mm-hmm. So my first guess is that maybe you have like little nerve endings up on the roof of your mouth, and when you have something cold, it like freezes the nerve ending, because it's like nerve pain. So I think it's got something to do with your nervous system, and I think it freezes the nerve.
Can you go on from that? Because that's kind of like the first step.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's my whole guess. It like freezes them. I don't know if it's nerve endings or no. I'm gonna say nerve endings for the point of the guess. They get so cold that they freeze, because maybe your nerves, I don't know, move or like twitch or something, and they can't do that. They're like stuck in place because they're frozen. That's my guess.
There's more to it. Like that. I mean, the twitching thing, no. But like, yes, the coldness of whatever you have touching the roof of your mouth or the back of your throat does something to the nerves that are there. And then what does that do in regards to the rest of your body as well? Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I didn't know the rest of your body was involved. Maybe because it's so cold, it hits your nerves, and then your nervous system goes into shock or something, and then sends signals to your brain that you're in trouble or that like something's wrong, and that's why it hurts.
I assume yes, but like that's not what's written here.
Could I get closer with one more guess?
Yeah.
Can I have a hint?
Yes, of course. Think of it to do with obviously your nervous system carries like sensory information, and this specific one carries it from around your face to your brain. So that's why you feel the brain freeze here, and not like you wouldn't feel it in your toes or anything like that. I want you to think now, like once that's activated, oopsies, I hit my mic. What happens after that in regards to like the blood vessels and like the dramatic change in temperature? Like, what does that do? Like, due to the dramatic change, what then happens? Like, you're getting it right. There's just like one extra thing. What, like, because it's changing temperature, right? what then happens to your blood vessels?
Well, we're warm-blooded, so maybe it cools the blood vessel down, and then I have no idea what I'm saying. And then I don't know. All I can come up with is that your brain goes, something's wrong. That hurts because it's cold.
Yes, the opposite of what you said though.
That's cold. Because it hurts.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay, please.
So yes, that's all right. Oh, that's cold. That hurts. What am I going to do to fix it? So we're warm-blooded. Your body pumps warm blood. It doesn't cool it down. But pumps warm blood like
to that area.
Dramatic, like a lot of it, drastically. That's the word I'm looking for, dramatically. To try and change the temperature. So this effect of the warm blood like swells the blood vessels and the nerve endings and all that kind of stuff. And that's how the pain, I guess, of the brain freeze happens is because of the rush of the warm blood that goes straight to that area. It's kind of like, in my head, I imagine it like when you're really cold and you go and have a really hot shower and you can feel the burning of it. That's what I imagine is going on in your face.
I could have guessed that. See, I always get so close.
You do. So you know what's funny is with these shit we don't understand is that like I never get close at all. And then you explain the meaning to me and I'm like, I don't understand that. And then whatever you're guessing, like generally I've learned it or whatever, like I know the answer and you are always getting so close to it. So my answer is how do you get close to it?
Because usually I come up with the shit we don't understand. Like this one I thought of like maybe 3 weeks ago. So I've had 3 weeks to think about what it might be.
See, I come up with mine on the spot and then my answers always have to have something involving satellites or aliens
or pinging it.
Or something ping pongs. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just because I have time to think about
I think you actually try and think about it. I mean, which is
what
what that's what I should do as well. But in my brain, I'm like, okay, so that was wrong. So the answer must be aliens.
But also, we've talked about this before. I am getting better at it, but I'm not very good at like being wrong. Like, and so I just really want to get it right so that I'm not wrong, you know. And so that's why I spend a lot of time thinking about it.
But I really want to get it right so I'm not wrong as well.
Well, I don't know.
But I'm also just an entertainment queen.
It's all for the laughs, guys. Anyway, do you want to do question of the podcast?
Yes.
What's the question today, Abby?
Okay, so I came up with this question when I was on FaceTime to my mom.
Love that for you. Because
my mom is the kind of person where like you say something or like you say a song like, oh, I was listening to this song, or like I was teaching my kids this song in singing, and she'll sing the whole song from top to bottom for you. And I was like, wow, okay, so Mum's great at karaoke. And I was like, oh my gosh, we talked about this on the podcast. What's your go-to karaoke song? So we're at a karaoke bar.
Set the scene.
And it's a BYO microphone because we can't be sharing microphones because of COVID.
So
the saliva. Imagine all the drunk people, their lipstick, BYO microphone. And you have to sing a song. But you got to do it well. You don't want to embarrass yourself. What song is playing and you're up the front and you're singing and you're just like nailing it. You're just killing it.
Okay. I've got two. So I've got an option for like an upbeat, or I've got a ballad. Does it count as a ballad? I'm sure it does. I don't know. I've got like a sad song too. I don't even have to think about it. I'm pretty sure I came out of the womb knowing every single lyric to All Star by Smash Mouth. So that's my first one.
Yeah.
Or if I want to slow it down a little bit and really give the audience something to cry about, Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie.
Wow, I used to love that song.
Yeah. What are yours?
Look, I'm going straight in there with the musical theatre because I feel like that tells the story for me not to have to tell the story.
Fair.
Like I feel like if I got up there and I sang Olivia Rodrigo, I mean, obviously that, you know, tells itself. But that was a bad example. But, you know, I feel like the musical theatre just takes you on the journey. So I feel like I have to do less and I can just like let the song take over. So I will always opt to sing "She Used to Be Mine."
Oh, it's
From
a
the musical
big
Waitress
song.
by Sarah Bareilles. Go hard or go home.
Yeah, fair.
You need a song that's gonna like just bare your soul out there. You know what I mean? Because then I feel like people will judge you less on your singing abilities if you leave it all on the floor.
Yeah, fair.
You know?
Yeah.
I've just always been Christina Aguilera fan. Yeah. If you didn't know from last week's episode.
She actually kind of is Christina. Like,
I
kind of
embody
related,
her
so.
quite well. So anything from Burlesque.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So, oh my God, when she sings Bound to You in the green dress.
Yeah.
Oh, love that song. But even just anything Burlesque. You
Yeah.
know, almost she's like, oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
would
can
just,
actually see you
I'd
getting up
fucking
at a
just
karaoke bar.
smash that. Yeah.
Fair enough. No, I think...
What about you? Do you have any others?
I Wish I Was a Punk Rocker by Sandy Tom.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was my favourite song when I was really little.
When the head of stage didn't play guitar.
So good.
Yeah. Oopsies.
Do you have any others?
My mum's one is You're So Vain. You know that one?
Yeah,
You're so vain. And whenever it comes on, mum's like, this is my karaoke song.
Yes. Is that the I bet you think this song is about you, don't you?
Yeah.
Good song.
Oh, I would do Valerie. Well, sometimes
That's
I
a
go
good
out
one.
by myself. Yeah, that one would
That's
be
a good
good.
one.
What would your mum do? Just for
Sweet Caroline.
her
Her name's Carolyn, but her favourite song is Sweet. Every time that comes on, you can bet she's in the middle of the dance floor. She's got a circle around her. We had a graduation party at my house when I finished year 12 and she went up to the boy who was on the music and requested Sweet Caroline and then came out while it was like me and all my 17-year-old friends having this party at my house, and she came out and started a dance party to Sweet Caroline.
Oh, iconic.
Loves it.
Your mum's the
Loves
main
it.
character.
She is. Anyway. So is Kathy, though. They've got their
so is
own
my
shows.
mum. Oh, yeah. What about your dad? I know what my dad would sing. No, I know what my dad would dance to. Okay, have you seen the movie Love Actually?
Yeah, he did this at your birthday.
Yes! Yeah. So whenever anyone plays Jump, he's on it. He's all over it. He's singing it. He's embodying it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know what dads would be. Whenever we go on like a road trip, he just requests classic Aussie rock. That's all he'll say. And then he knows every word to every single song that comes on in the playlist.
What
no
is
matter what I
considered
play.
classic Aussie rock?
Like-
Scomo 80s global.
yeah, pretty much. Just Australian rock bands from like the
Or like
80s.
Akadaka and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Loves all of that. Knows
Right.
every word to every song. Your birthday, when your dad was doing his own dance solo, I was like, my day, bro. Never.
Well, like the way my dad met my mum is he like ran and slid to her on his knees
That's
on the dance
amazing.
floor. You know, like
Amazing.
my parents are one to watch. I was just thinking another song that I would do for like shits and gigs, but also like just because I'd want to smash it. Lips of an Angel. Wouldn't you? Baby, when you hear the old boys singing my name, it sounds so sweet.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
one. I don't think I have any more. I'm sure I'd kill anything that came on shuffle. Yeah. Start of something new. We could do a duo.
Or any High School Musical song, any One Direction song,
Yeah.
any like camp rock song.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd
The
smash
list
it.
goes on.
Yeah, any Ariana Grande song.
Yeah. Basically,
the positions for you.
we were born to do karaoke.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be our next fun thing.
I was
that we
about to
do.
say for an episode we should do a karaoke episode. We
no
just
one
sing
will
songs.
listen to that. No, you know how we said at the start, we need to like
dance floor.
plan something else for lockdown that'll be fun for us to do.
Karaoke night.
Karaoke night is the answer. Our neighbours will love it, but one of them bought a drum kit.
Karaoke
so-
night like every night.
Yeah,
really.
True, but maybe we'll structure it or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway, I think that's. Do you have any others to add?
No, that's it. And I need to have a wee.
Oh, me too. Well, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in to another one.
Yes, another
one. You were a little bit faster than me. That's okay. The Gooné slows me down, guys. Thanks again to Gooné.
Yes.
Just a reminder, www.gooné.wine. You can get 30% off with the code AA in capital letters.
Just AA.
Just AA. It's super easy. Or
Yeah.
you can find them in stores, check their website or DM them on Instagram, gooné.wine. We hope you have a lovely week.
Yes, and if you're in lockdown, we hope you're enjoying your hot girl lockdown just as much as we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, if you want to check us out, we're on all audio platforms. Check the video out on YouTube. Send in your sticky dates. Send in your advice, your content, like whatever you want us to talk about.
Nice.
I think that's it.
I think so too. Follow us on everything, like everything, subscribe to everything, rate us 5 stars on everything, and keep being sexy. All right, bye guys.
Stay sexy. Baby, don't you hear my voice? Saying my name, it sounds so sweet.
You!
Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Piss Olympics, let's go.